Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fijian Investment Trader, known as Fijian Traders. This is your host, Mr. Singh. Folks, Nvia, ticker symbol NVDA. What a phenomenal day we had, man. I'm going to cover a lot of fundamentals, technical analysis, and my portfolio. My heart is pumping because I have never invested that amount of money in a single stock like that, and my heart is racing. I got some call options, some exciting news that I've done with my portfolios, and on the news I'm going to cover that why I did it, right? There's always a method of madness behind it when I do things like this, and I'm excited about it. But my over the weekend, the next couple weeks, I am gonna be sweating and I'm gonna be looking like crazy because that's a tons of money I've invested on it. But let's talk about how we did today, and we're gonna do a recap of weekly, what we're looking for Monday, and also on the fundamentals and the portfolio. So today, Friday, right, opened up. We went high, definitely went high up right up here at about $802, and then we came down at 794, but we never looked back, folks. You can clearly see that my blue line, which is my beautiful 260-day EMA, was acting as a massive support level. My pink line, which is my 200-day EMA, and the yellow was the daily WAP line, right? We've been trading above those moving averages, and after market we're still sitting at beautifully at $824.73. I'm excited, but before we talk on the technical side more, I'm going to talk about what we have in play, right? The news, right? So Nvda, the set to close a 2 trillion valuation as Dell stocks L rallies, right? So Nvidia stock market value was on the track to close above 2 trillion for the first time ever on Friday after an upbeat report on Dell Technology regains in the Wall Street fuel, right? We knew they make chips, right? And technology chips for the supplies, and Dell also takes from them. So it is a big part, right? Stock of Nvidia added a 3.5% after the Dell sells high servers made in Nvidia's processors and gave upbeat forecast for the late on Thursday, pointing a surge on the orders of all optimizer servers. Dell shares saw as of 38% to a record high and will last up to 30%. Friday's gains put Nvidia's capitalization up to 2.505 trillion, marking Wall Street's third most valuable behind Microsoft and Apple, which is sitting at 3.2 and 2.75, right? Super Mario Computer, another company sells servers made is Nvidia chips, jumped also 6%. Nvidia's chips, it's all over the place, folks, all over the place, right? And I'm going to talk about also competition, right? What's Nvidia have done against the competitors and in the semiconductors industry, right? So I'm not going to read the entire article, but the key points I'm going to go over with you guys is very important, because by analyzing, there's one thing I want to cause, by analyzing the importance of financial metrics and market position, the growth prospects, we aim for the valuable insights investors share the lives of companies' performance. Navia's breakdown, we know what they do, right? Make GPUs for the gaming processes, the platforms, they have done it, right? But this one, folks, where are they behind other companies, right? This is where the big companies were also before Nvidia was established. So Nvidia's gross profit is $16.78 billion. Everybody else is what Advanced Micro is only 2.1. Qualcomm, it's about close to 6, and everybody else is about $1 billion profit. They are 16 billion. The revenue growth is 265%, and everybody else is either a double digit, is only double digits is advanced device, and everybody else is a single digits, whereas Semiconductor Corporation is on the negative, right? So this company, it's booming, it's graining, it's making those moves. Excuse me, folks, I'm still recovering from a long vacation and sick, and but they're making their moves, and they are so established company. It's like amazes me how Tesla came to the market and boomed everything up and became the alpha, the big dog on EV, whereas this one is becoming as a big dog on the computer, such as the microchip processors. So I'm excited about it. So I'm about to show you, this is my hard disk, why I was pumping it, because this is my portfolio. I'm invested in Tesla and any other stocks such as NEO, penny stocks as well as that, but I have never invested this amount of money on my portfolio. Not even on Tesla I have invested it. On Tesla you can see there, but Nvda I'm sitting over roughly over half a million money on that, folks. So what I did is I loaded up an option call also 2 days ago on yesterday actually, on Nvda, on a call option which expires end of the month, and it was roughly about 24,000, whereas my shares are sitting at about 635. Definitely I came in the game late, but I've been always been a day trader and also been at on that. It never came to my mind why I'm not doing a long-term investment with Nvda, because maybe because the price, right, that is very expensive stock right now. It's sitting over $800, so the capital is required where in order for me to do it, but I don't want to lock my capitals in one stock like that. That is not my standard. This is not my the way I do trading on that. But nevertheless, I decided to do it when my funds got free, and this is my first time ever. Not only been my first time, but this is my first time ever doing this amount of money on one single stock. Even though I'm sitting in a beautiful gains right now, about 28,000, right? It's 5.6, but I'm not done. My target area is about 1,500 on Nvda. Yes, folks, I am looking around 1,500 on this stock and that. But it is gonna be very, very careful to see it where gonna be some drops coming in, which I'm gonna talk about. But not a big drop; it's just a healthy pullback. It's very common to the stock. But the only one reason I have it is my call option that I am expiring end of the month of March, and the target is not far off, and it is only at $825. So I'm gonna expedite that. I'm okay with that. But I just wanted to share why my heart was pumping. It's going crazy because of that. Let's talk on the technical side. Let's talk on the technical side. What we had for 5-day week and why did I did that, right? So on the 5-day, you can clearly see that we've been having this pullback of 769, and then on Thursday and Friday, we made the higher highs, higher lows. All the earnings coming up, positive news with them, and they have resulted came back all the way from 769 to $825 was the high. Currently sitting at $824.77 as we speak. 1 month, right? This is the beautiful 1 month. This chart reminds me of SPY, man. SPY 500. They used to do the same thing, where the 200 breaks down even the 200 and quickly comes back. Look at the dip we had not a while ago. It's less than on the 21st of February, we went on $645. Then we rallied all the way high of $821. Then we had the pullback to 770 and 825, and this is a beautiful setup if you're a day trader, swing trader, to set up your money on that, right? Granted, I missed this trend right here, right, because of my financial status where because my funds were locked up and I didn't want to do that. I wish I was doing it, but I wanted to jump in when it came to this beautiful blue line, right, which is my 200-day 60-day EMA on that. On the 300 on the 3 months, right? On the 3 months, this is a 3-month chart. I want you guys to don't go anywhere and pay attention on that, right? You can clearly see that on the time and time, the blue line, which is my 60-day, has acted as a support. It is indication also as a some of the entry points. You can do it as a bull, as a bear as well too, but mostly as a bull. And now it's coming to an all-time high of 825. I won't be surprised by next week this one is sitting close to about $900. I won't be surprised. Nvda will be sitting around close to 900. But you can clearly see that how uptrend we have. We came and reset, right? We reset it over here on the MACD. You look at it, and why I'm very optimistic of going it. RSI has still have a lot of room left, right, on the overbought, but we have still why we became the all-time excuse me, folks, all-time high setup up here. But it has a lot of gas left. And MACD still looks beautifully right here, right, for an uptrend again. So everything is pointing towards an uptrend until unless we get some bearish news and where he had to pull back. But you can clearly see that this stock from all the way from November, from $392 all the way to $825. A massive run on that, and making these higher highs, higher lows. And I can see it coming back all the way to 900 and again pulling it back, right? Again pulling it back on that. But that is why I came and did my option call on that, because it was a beautiful setup that I don't want to miss on that opportunity on that. My plan is to not to add any more shares, folks. I am stuck with this only shares I have, but my plan is not to add. But I'm keeping an eye if it starts dropping at a certain level, which I can see it happening it, but not the level that I bought on it. But like I said, I can have some pullbacks coming in once they meet the higher, and usually that it's going to be around the 850 where I can see it. It can be having some pullback where people are taking shares, coming back and making another higher highs, right? Higher highs and higher lows on that. But overall, I'm excited. How much on that? I know it's going to be a long weekend for me, keeping an eye, especially my options and stuff, and see how Nvda plays out. This is my first time ever have done it, so I'm excited about it. That amount of money, right? That amount of money, I have never done that. So that is my thing on that. But I've invested many times. This is not my first rodeo. I have been doing it over 12 years as a stock trader, and I am very aware of what I'm doing too. But sometimes you gotta take risks when the opportunity is light and you cannot miss it, right? And this is the time where I entered it, when we had this dip right here on the moving average, where I was waiting for it, where I got in, and my plan is to go over 1200. But we're gonna wait and see how is works out, right? So folks, thank you for watching it. Don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are looking for any other stock, go ahead and check out my portfolios, other YouTube videos that I have put it over there. I do a penny stock, I do a blue collar chip, because there's always money to be made in all the stocks if you set up, do it in the right way. Then that is the way I invest, and I have my portfolios versed in all different sectors. So that's why I'm very familiar with a bit on this each sectors on that. So thank you for watching it once again. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button. Thank you.